ones that he massacred. It all starts to make sense. Where we're going, where we're at, and where we've been. It all starts to make sense. Well, creator, the behavior of the collective youth definitely seems to be in favor of the Western man's invasion. I see him pumping beer like it's Ivy, spreading it like it does. He's an awful while building a clueless army, a God-fearing youth with no knowledge of the truth, and their selfishness is so ugly. And it all starts to make sense. It all starts to make sense. We gotta talk to if we wanna survive this mess. It all starts to make sense. Well, itty-bitty economies based on geography, fueled by spectators and their money and their need for things that will not last. Go on and build a hotel, get shop in the wilderness, making a profit, capitalizing on it, and all the while trampling on everything that is sacred. And it all starts to make sense. Why the Western man destroys things he doesn't understand. It all starts to make sense. Here we go. Inside this country, forget the government that puts the people in poverty, and it bothers me when the people are going hungry in corporate companies that got the cupboards full of groceries. You know it's disgusting how you can do nothing and complain about the situation in which you're living, and it all starts to make sense. All wasteful and destructive practices, it all starts to make sense. Well, I dedicate my life to the people who need the light to help them rise above the scam of the land in their lives. And I'm cutting like a knife all the lies by the slice in the pattern of this democracy is really worth the fight. My request is reasonable and tried undefeatable, ambitiously moving towards solutions that are feasible. It's unbelievable, all these slow-moving people, they could care less just as long as they're comfortable. It's unforgivable because the conditions now are critical, and whether or not you're ready, we now approaching the pinnacle. It's difficult to say exactly what to do, but the change begins with me. I reflect it back to you, and you, and you, and you. Come on, man. Make the movement move. Make the movement move. Make the movement move. Make the movement move. Well, I dedicate my life to the people who need the light to help them rise above the scam of the land in their lives, and I'm cutting like a knife all the lies by the slice in the pattern of this democracy is really worth the fight. My request is reasonable and tried undefeatable, ambitiously moving towards solutions that are feasible. Unbelievable, all of these slow-moving people, they could care less just as long as they're comfortable. It's unforgivable because the conditions now are critical, and whether or not you're ready, we now approach the pinnacle. And it's difficult to say exactly what to do, but the change begins with me, and I reflect it back to you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and all of you. It all starts to make sense. It all starts to make sense. With all these omens and the moon phase we're in,